Welcome everybody. We'll be working on plotting with graphs. So graphs, and what I mean by graphs is you guys have been working on using the number line, which looks like this. You have your line and it starts with 0, and we'll go ahead and put a couple of these, and there we go. Hope you don't mind, it's a little crooked, but basically you guys have been working on number lines where 0 is the beginning. You go 1, 2, 3, and on. You keep going forever and ever. Now, if we had, say, 2 of these number lines, we could create something very useful. So here we have our number line, and I'll go ahead and just write that. Here's our number line. Now what if we had 2 number lines that instead of just measured just length, they actually measured space. The space that is that, for example, a piece of paper or a classroom board or a table take up. So this space you can go ahead and measure by the use of 2 number lines. So I will go ahead and do one number line, and we'll turn that black. Let's see, there we go. And then we'll have another number line. So we think of 2 number lines. One is going in the up and down direction, one is going in the left right direction, and we'll go ahead and create some, let's see, there we go. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So, and I'll go ahead and make this a little bit clearer. So all I'm doing is creating a grid, so that way I can go ahead and make this very useful. So as I'm doing this, okay, creating a grid. Not the prettiest grid known, but it is still useful nonetheless. Things are relatively straight. Now, now I have to go ahead and label this. That is the big thing here. So let's go ahead and thicken the line. All right. So we have our arrows, and like I said, this is one number line that goes up and down, and this is another number line that goes left and right. All right. Good. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. And I will go ahead and label. This is the x-axis. Okay. Anything that's left to right is the x-axis. That is the original number line that you know very well. And then the one that goes up and down is right after the x-axis. We have the y-axis. So let me go ahead and write that in red. So we have the y-axis. Okay, we're trying to keep everything organized and colored. So first point is first point. That's going to be, just go ahead and start off with 1 comma 2. All right. The second point will be, we'll go ahead and do 3 comma 5. Now, the first spot, and I just want to go ahead and point it out, the first spot, this right here, that is the x value, right? And the second one is the y value. So if I have the x value at 1 for the first point, and let me get my original color here, this blue. So I have the first point at 1, so the x value will be right here. The first value, yeah, there we go. And then the second value, 2, will be the y value, so that'll be this one. So wherever the 1 and the 2 meet up is my first point, so I'm going to go ahead and put that right there. And in order to label it correctly, 1 comma 2. And then my next point here, let's go ahead and, there we go, so it stands out. Then my next point, the second point, is 3 comma 5. And 3 comma 5 will be at, the x value is at 3 for this one, and the 5 is the y value. So wherever the 3 and the 5 meet up will be my second point. There we go. And let's circle this. Let's try that again. Let's make it a little neater. And then that second point will be, I go ahead and write it, 3 comma 5. So with these 2 points, I now can draw a line if I wanted to. And let me thicken that line up. So this is a line that's created between points 1 comma 2 and 3 comma 5. Remember, when we're graphing, we always put the x value first. That's the one we find out first. That's the first number. And then the y value, this right up here, this number line that goes in the up and down direction corresponds to the y-axis. So 1 comma 2, and then we have the second point, 3 comma 5. So 3 in the x-axis and 5 in the y-axis. And that's pretty much it. So anytime you see these, what's called coordinates, these are instructions telling you that you should follow those numbers. So let me call this what it is. These are coordinates. All right, and these are the instructions. They're like they are your roadmap. They are your GPS. They are telling you exactly where you need to go. So this is a big word right here, and I'll go ahead and highlight that. This color better. Okay, so that is your coordinates. That is what you will use to find out where your points are. And that's pretty much it. So in the next lesson we'll talk about slope, and we'll continue on with this example.